Welcome back. All right, so doing something a little bit different today. You'll notice BC Place behind me. So the Vancouver Canucks game today was slow at times, like it felt kind of sloppy in certain points. But the wonderment that is Dakota Joshua, Joshua had a great game. Seriously, his first goal between the legs, highlight reel, fantastic. I was right there, and all I could think was, I could practice that for 20 years. I'd never be able to do that. His second goal was a nice one, too, from right in front of the net. So he helps to kind of bail the Canucks out. They had I thought, solid, okay first two periods, and then they were kind of sleepy. The Ducks took advantage of that in the third. Zegras was prominent in the third period at points. You can see how there's members of the Ducks, though, that are fighting it. They're a fast team, though, Anaheim. I do think that next season is going to be a pretty solid one for them. There should be some improvement then. But yeah, Vancouver wins 3-2. The goals was Garland got the first one, wasn't it? And then it was Besser, because I'm wearing my Brock Besser jersey, so I did the Brock Besser thing for her, and then Dakota Joshua, the other two goals. And I was happy too because Silovs was in that. He, of course, is usually the starter in Abbotsford. With the Demko injury, him being called up. Would I have preferred a huge win over Anaheim? Sure. But the reality is Anaheim's played them tough all season. So I mentioned with the preview this morning that the Canucks won the first two games by scores of 3-1 and 2-1. 3-2 works. It's right in line with the others. And it's a beautiful day, which is kind of nice. It's 17 degrees Celsius today, so that's not too shabby. Down here on the water and all of that. So yeah, now we have the rest of the day. I'm going to be doing other videos too as well today once I get home. But we're going to take our time, do a little bit of shopping and stuff and hang out. It was a fun game. It was nice to come out. I did meet Brent Butt on the way in. He recognized me actually and gave me a high five, which is interesting because I know Brent from Corner Gas and from stand-up comedy for many years before that, so it's kind of mind-blowing for me to meet him and him know who I am. And yeah, so I got a selfie with him. It's the first time I've asked for a selfie with anybody, I think, ever. It's close. I think I've done it a couple times in my life, but I was like, yeah, I've got to get a picture with Brent. Anytime that I can meet somebody that's my height, it's important to get a picture with him. And then on the way out, too, because Vancouver just barely wins that one. They get that goal in the final couple of minutes. He went by and gave me one of these because we were in the same section. It's like, yeah, that's kind of what that was. So I'll be back here on the 10th for the game against Arizona, which starts at 7:30 Pacific. Although looking at the schedule, I think that's a TNT doubleheader, so it might start later than that because the doubleheaders never start on time. So Yvonne might want to bring some knitting, maybe a pillow, because it might be late.
For while I drive home, or?
Well, you'd have a nap during the game.
Driving.
It's an Arizona-Vancouver game, so you might be able to have a nap during the game. So I thought Pettersson had a good game. I know he doesn't get on the score sheet. I was glad to see Hronek get an assist today. That's been key. He's been fighting it lately himself. And when Myers got a penalty, I said out loud, well, that tracks. So it's just, it feels like Myers, although I will say this for Myers, he's had a much better season this year than the previous years he's been in Vancouver. So there's that. But anyways, I wanted to do this. With, outdoors and all that. Yvonne suggested down here. So many thanks to my lovely lady friend here because she's kind of awesome. Say hi.
Hi.
There you go. So anyways, I hope people that watched the game enjoyed watching the game. I'm pretty sure we would not have been on television because the side that we're on, the section we're in, is not camera faced at all. So I don't expect anybody to say, hey, saw you were at the game and all that. I even wore like the most generic of the Canuck jerseys with the word mark because I wanted to have my Besser. The only other Besser that I have is, actually, do I have three Bessers? Because I have the reverse retro.
Don't you have the skate?
And I think I have the skate with Besser as well. Yeah. So I'm really, really glad he's having a good season. I'm really, really glad they didn't trade him so that all those Besser jerseys can still get worn. The Horvat jerseys, not as much. But I do still see a lot of Horvat jerseys at games. So it's nice to see those being worn at games. I even saw Kessler today. So at any rate, and a lot of Ducks jerseys too. It's always fun to see which jerseys for the opposing team are there. But yeah, so fun game, 3-2 win. Vancouver gets to 100 points. It feels like that's kind of historic because Vancouver, not a team that makes it to 100 points very often. So whatever happens in the playoffs is going to happen. There's no control over that I have. And I'm just enjoying the ride. And right now I'm enjoying the sun. So hopefully everybody's having themselves a wonderful Easter. All the best to you and yours. And thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I'll talk to you again soon.